Ronnie Fulton here, and in this video I'm going to show you how these Sys Rails can make your storage of your Systainers a whole lot easier. Systainers are definitely my method of choice for storing my tools, and I use them a little differently in the shop versus mobily. So I'm going to go over the different techniques I've found to store my Systainers in my shop versus now using the Sys Rails for my mobile Systainers. First, let's go over some of the available options. This one's been out for a while, and they're called, I believe, Sys drawers. And what they are they come with these slides, they have a little release, they allow you to fully bring out the Systainer so you can open it up and get a tool out and then shut it back again. And I had planned on going with this in my shop, but once I looked at the size of them and the additional cost at $50 a piece, I came up with another solution that I'll share with you here. Before we jump into the Sys Rails solution for storing Systainers, I thought I would show what I went with the past few years for my workshop. In my workshop, I don't require something to hold them from falling out, and I also decided I didn't need the drawers for being able to access it, as I usually just grab the Systainer and take it over to my bench and empty it out. So for this reason, I just built a simple cabinet that has shelves where I have dedicated storage that I can just slide them in and out. Works great for me. I wouldn't change anything about it. If you'd like to know more about building this type of cabinetry solution for your workshop, I do already have a video about this. I'll include the link in the description below. Now let's go back to the Sys Rails. One of my favorite features of the Gen 3 Systainers are the side slots, and these allow you to use the Sys Rails and provide a really handy mounting option. I'm a big fan of these rails because they allow minimum width of cabinet size and also can allow for really tight stacking where you can remove one without having to remove them all from a stack. The other added benefit for when using mobily is this little lip requires you to lift up on the Systainer to be able to pull it out. This keeps the Systainers from falling out when you're driving. Also a note that these Sys Rails are not actually certified from Festool to be used for road use. They've not been tested. I have been using them over a year. I feel comfortable with the sturdiness of them, and take with what you want, whatever, I don't know. So let's go out to the van. I'm going to show you a stack that I've been using for over a year that's worked out great, and I'm currently working on my driver's side partition. Thought I'd show you how I install these, some tips and tricks I figured out. Let's go on out there. A little tip is it actually tells in millimeters what size width the cabinets need to be for the slides. For the medium size it's 418, and for the large Systainers it's 530. Now, I'm not exactly a metric person, so I played around with the measurements and came up with something that I know works for me. And that measurement of the width of the cabinet is 16.5 inches, and my depth is 13 3/4. You could actually do a little bit deeper. If you notice, mine actually reveal a little bit wider than the cabinet. I just use 3/4 plywood. If you're worried about weight, you could actually remove part of the center, but I went ahead and just kept it solid because I'm in a 3/4 ton van. The first layer in the cabinetry is fairly easy. I just lay them flat on the floor and screw them in on each side. Simple as that, I'm already ready for my first Systainer. I just lift up, slide into place, and it locks in. The nice thing is you have to pick up for it to be able to be removed. Okay, the next step is to make a spacer, and I've used 1/4 inch, but for this one I'm actually going to use half because it gives me a little bit more wiggle room. I'm just going to mark it to the width. What I love about this is I don't have to do any measuring. So all I do is just slide each one, slide it on here. There's a left and a right drawer slide. You always can tell the opening on the side. I just slide this back here and slide this one here. And then I mount them and I keep going up. Before you put the second Systainer in there, make sure you remove this piece of plywood or it's going to be really hard to get out. You also can just loosely put the screws in there, slide this out, and then tighten it up. Ask me how I know. There we go. You have some Systainers, which I'm sure you do, that do not have the slots in the side. You can actually pair them with ones that do. So what I like to do is pair like tools together that you're going to be removing together anyway, and you only need one set of rails for 2 containers or even 3. Works out great and saves you a little bit of money. I hope this answers all of your Systainer storage questions. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you liked it a lot, please subscribe. More to come.